Aquarius, happy August. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before, and if we have met, thanks for coming back. We're going to jump right in, Aquarius. I've kept you waiting long enough. Beautiful way to start. All right. Spirit pulled up like at least one extra card for you, so they've got some stuff to say to you this month. Wow. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, TBH. Yeah, a lot of people in your reading, Aquarius. Who are all these folks? You've got allies, that's what Spirit just said. You've got people who see your gifts and are trying to lift you to prominence. Wow. Okay. Aquarius. You're doing some deep thinking this month and some deep learning. And it's lucky for you, Hierophant is crossing you, the Queen of Wands, this month. We'll talk about that in a second. But the Hierophant is the teacher, the master, the priest, the nun, even the personal trainer, the person who has unique knowledge and backstory. That's what Spirit is saying. For whatever reason, this person has a backstory that they are either contributing or available to contribute to your success, your progress. But honestly, success is the word that Spirit keeps coming through. And as you can see, you have the World card in your future. Pretty ultimate card for success. Spirit just gave me the word graduation. Some of you are like experiencing a literal graduation, promotion, like entrance into a new level. You're moving up the hierarchy, right? Hierophant, hierarchy, that's the idea. Somebody is helping you ascend. There are blessings being offered to you, and it would be uncharacteristic of you, Aquarius, to sleep on these blessings, to not seize the day. Queen of Wands, let's come back to her. So you can identify any way gender-wise and still be a queen or a king. The subtle difference here is just a personality thing. Queens are creators. They tend to be a little more open-minded, you might say, than the average king, who is like, these are the rules, this is how we do it, I'm a master of my craft, and that means I'm a little bit more immovable. Whereas a queen is a little more ready to expand. She's a little more open to the idea that new information, let me add this to what I'm doing, right? Be open to new information. The more that you choose to consciously evolve your understanding, your education, even like meditation, because for some of you this is very applicable to spiritual studies. Of course you realize, Aquarius, this is like that just like brought Bugs Bunny to my mind. Of course you realize this means war. But of course you realize, Aquarius, this is a general reading, and because it's not one-on-one, I'm getting a couple different things. For some of you, this is like classical education, like, okay, you're moving on up in the ranks, you're going to school of some kind. For others of you, it's, like I said, more of a spiritual element. And with both the Queen and the King and the Ace of Cups represented here, there's definitely a lot of feelings and intuitions swimming around, you might say, because we're talking about cups, right? We're talking about blessings. We're talking about new, refreshment, forgiveness, opening up. Some of you are having your eyes opened in the month of August, and some of you are helping other people open their eyes. I think from looking at this, Aquarius, that you are pretty well resolved, that you are ready for something better. The Hermit sits right next to the King of Cups in the position representing the key or conclusion to your reading, and the Hermit is not being alone about, it's not being by yourself, it's being with yourself. It's knowing yourself and acting upon it. But you know what? Action, this is what I'm hearing, is going to take care of itself. What you need to do is be open to the revelations, epiphanies, opportunities that are being presented to you this month. And the Four of Swords is sitting over the top of your reading saying, choose carefully. You know, you don't need to move quickly so much as you want to move surely. And to move surely, you want to take a little time and space. You're a big fan of time and space, right, Aquarius? And create a little container for yourself, you know, whether that's 5-10 minutes of meditation or prayer in the morning, or whether you're just more the kind of person who wants to get in a long bath, take a long walk, get in a shower or whatever, and let your mind do its thing. You could come to some amazing conclusions this month. A lot of you, it's like rising up in the ranks. That's just what I'm hearing. And here's what they're specifying about you coming through as the Queen of Wands. Now, normally, you know, you're in the air element. The Queen of Swords is also present in your reading, but I'm feeling this is one of your allies. You find yourself encountering this person in August or moving closer to this person, and I think that's a very good thing. But here's the thing that they want to specify, like I said, about the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a queen of talents. The Queen of Wands is charismatic and warm and magical wand, right? Like, she creates change. She is a natural leader. In the same way you are, Aquarius, where it's not like, I'm not a natural leader because I run into the room and bark at everybody and tell them what to do. I'm a natural leader because when people look at me, they see what I'm doing and they see that I seem to know what I'm doing, right? And I'm not an Aquarius. I'm not speaking for myself here. Please, far be it from me. But for you, cool Aquarius, that is the case. Where it's like, you are compelling. You seem to, you know, let's bring in the cliches, like march to the beat of your own drum, right? And other people are like, ooh, what drum beat is she hearing that I'm not hearing? What is he hearing that I'm not getting? I think I want to do what that guy's doing, or at least I want to watch what they're doing very closely. So some of you are writers, photographers, bloggers, YouTubers. Some of you are in a very different, like I said, you might be in school, or you might be aspiring to be to reach some new spiritual height. The world is nothing to sneeze at in your future, and you have had and continue to have Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, King of Cups. You continue to be supported. Now, some of you may be leaving behind former teachers, former allies, to step up to a little bit more demanding of a person. That's just what I'm hearing. I know that's super specific and strange, but for some of you it might be something like, okay, I'm leaving this significant other, or I'm leaving this teacher, or even just this level of school, or this friend who really didn't tell it to me straight, who maybe was a little too soft, maybe was a little too in their feelings, and I need somebody who's a little bit more like, well, this is what you need to do. Tune in. Like, for some of you, that's what they're saying. For others of you, this other person is still present. This is just going to be one of those things where it's unique to the person who is listening to this reading. I feel like you want to be meditating or brainstorming, however it feels good to you to do your Four of Swords moment, where you let things kind of download and let the dust settle and figure out what you're truly desiring. Because the World is literally the ultimate card in the tarot. It's the final card. It's the enlightenment. Bird's eye view. I'm way up here now. I can completely see why I had to go through this, and that, because I never would have learned that, and that to get to this place. So thank you, detractors. Thank you, enemies. Thank you, whomever gave me a swift kick in the butt. And it sent me out into fucking the stratosphere where I could see exactly what I needed to do. This is a really good time for you to get that bird's eye view. And look, Spirit knows you're a realist, a pragmatist, Aquarius, as much as you are like a rebel and a free thinker. You are also, like, that's part of your gift. That's part of your charisma, your utter realism and presence here, even if you're out in space, right? You know that you deciding, I'm going to publish my book, or I'm going to start my YouTube channel, or I'm going to apply for this job, or I'm going to get into this school, or I'm going to do this trade, whatever this is for you, whatever the world would look like for you, you realize that probably just deciding that, and then that doesn't mean, and yay, as of August 30th, like I have my booming business, or I have my best-selling book, or whatever. But the world does not show up for people unless it's like that thing that you're thirsting for, that big dream that is like, it's well within reach. It's within reach if you open yourself to the teachers, the resources, the opportunities, and honestly, the challenges of ascending. Whatever that looks like for you, if it's a spiritual ascension, if it's a career ascension. There's some stuff here about taking off your blindfold and moving forward. The Four of Swords, like I said, implies that you don't need to rush. The Two of Swords, though, implies that you might want to stay frozen, and that's not what you want to do. If you take a look there at the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords, you know, they have some things in common. Crossed legs versus crossed arms. Because here's the thing, though, it's like, it's not about getting up and running, but it is about opening your arms to learning new things. So you'll notice the guy on the Four of Swords is in that very classic meditation pose that is, I'm open to enlightenment. Open yourself. Open yourself in August. That is what Spirit is saying. And the opportunities, the teachers, the allies are going to come rushing in. Eight of Wands is sitting in the position of what is possible, the potential. And listen, Aquarius, step into the spotlight. It's going to be offered to you. You compelling Queen of Wands. And if you don't feel like it is offered to you, it is only because Spirit wants you to step forward into it. If it doesn't find you, you find the spotlight. The action is coming, Aquarius. You are excellent at being yourself, being true to yourself, and being choosy about who you allow to work with you. Some of you might be literally seeking out people to like do this podcast with, do this business with, do this whatever effort with. Highly recommend. Step into the spotlight. Like Spirit just said very clearly, broadcast your desire. So, I mean, we're living in the era of social media. If you need to put up a freaking JPEG or a GIF and say, calling all cars, like I need a spiritual teacher, or I'm looking for a podcast partner, or this is the kind of equipment I need to move forward on my path. Does anybody have this available? Speak up. Allies and opportunities want to fly in. That's what the Eight of Wands is about. Get your name out there. Submit the resumes. Offer your assistance. Spirit just said take the internship. So for some of you, that's like an opportunity, or maybe something where it's like, okay, I want to be a photographer, but I don't have anything besides my camera and my good eye. Go offer your services to somebody for free, with the intention that they're going to put your photos on their website, or you're going to take their picture for free and use it on your website as here's an example of what I can do. Same thing goes for writing, reporting, blogging, whatever your fucking thing is, Aquarius, do it and promote yourself when you're ready. No rush. Do it when it feels right, but the world is opening up ahead of you. So when the blessing and the offer and the compliments come in, Spirit wants you to take those for what they are, which is little nods from the universe, messengers from your people who may not even know that they have your people tapping them on the shoulder going, hey, check out this person's website or this person's social media or whatever, and they push in your direction. The chess pieces are being moved for you so that you can move into your place, and you're the fucking queen, so you can move anywhere you want. Go off, Aquarius. Go off in August. What's going on, Aquarius? What's the story? Let me know. Questions, comments. I would love to hear how this is playing out for you. And I really hope that it's truly helpful for you in seizing the opportunities and, sidestepping those pitfalls on your way to them. The world. Big news, Aquarius. I'm excited for you. All right. Well, if I don't see you sooner than that, Aquarius, then I hope I see you in next month's reading. Good luck to you. Bye-bye.